As long as I was home, I would take care of my family. I had 10 days at home and barely knew where to begin. I knew only that Lucy needed me. I could not even bring myself to enter my son's room.
Darf ich etwas Brot haben, Papa? Wo ist mein Bruder, Papa? Hast du ihn gefunden? Mama sagt, du erzählst nicht gerne vom Krieg. Warum, Papa? Mama sagt, wir haben nichts zu essen, weil Krieg ist. Warum braucht der Krieg das ganze Essen, Papa? Hat Lotti dir im Krieg geholfen, Papa? Ist Lotti eine deutsche Katze, Papa? Was hat sie in Frankreich gemacht? Meinst du, ich kann auch mal in den Krieg, Papa? Ich will auch gegen den Feind kämpfen, wie du. Ich hab solchen Hunger, Papa. Wenn wir den Krieg gewinnen, gibt es dann wieder Essen? Was hältst du von dem Namen Lotti, Papa? Passt er zu ihr? Baust du immer noch an der Flugmaschine? Ich möchte eine große Scheibe, Papa.
Es tut mir leid, Liebes. Dieses Stück Brot muss lange reichen.
Mama hat gesagt, du hättest im Schlaf geschrien. Ist alles Papa? Können wir Lotti für immer behalten? Danke, Papa. Du hast mir gefehlt.
Guten Morgen, Kurt. Ich habe Dr. Siegfrieds Stethoskop aus dem Dorf mitgebracht. Für Luzi. Luzi, hast du dein Brot gegessen? Wir brauchen Feuerholz, Kurt. Oh, wir brauchen frisches Wasser aus dem Brunnen, Kurt. Holst du bitte etwas?
Things were different at home. Weird. We have all changed, I fear. Maybe it was Lucy's illness. Maybe it was the war. But I never mentioned Max, for I could not speak of my failure.
Wir brauchen frisches Wasser aus dem Brunnen, Kurt. Holst du bitte etwas? Wir brauchen Feuerholz, Kurt.
I did what I could, but we remained hungry.
To most on the Allied side, Germany was a machine, efficient and relentless. But there were people starving on that train, people that needed help.
Ich habe solchen Hunger.
Du hast in diesem Wagen nichts verloren, Gefangener. Raus hier! Du hast in diesem Wagen nichts verloren, Gefangener. Raus hier! Geh weg! Geh weg! Was ist?
I remember a carriage of wounded German soldiers. Some gestured to me for food. I wasn't the hero Julia thought I was. I couldn't help these people. But I could take photos. One day, I thought, when I'm back in Canada, I'll show people what happened.
Was machst du hier?
And as I took those photos, I wondered, had my plan to get to Kurt's farm even worked? I remember that little girl so clearly. She was alone, and she was hungry. I couldn't just leave her. Maybe the adults on board could spare a little food.
Ja, ich habe sicher gebeten und eine Futterration aufzunehmen. Wir könnten daraus Suppe kochen. Vielleicht reicht die sogar für alle.
Mörder! Hau ab!
Whoever that chocolate belonged to, they'd be happy to feed a starving child. Or that's what I told myself anyway.
Hör mal, aber sag's nicht weiter. Ich habe etwas Fleisch. Was ist dabei?
Schokolade? Hey, er hat Schokolade.
You know, they let the prisoners walk around, as long as we don't cause trouble.
Was ist los? Schokolade. Bitte. Mara, du hast hier nichts verloren. Raus hier!
Oh, danke für die Schokolade.
And for some reason, it reminded me of the man whose life I accidentally sent Allied intelligence to. The German and his cat.
Hey,
Lauf, Lotti, lauf. Hier, Lotti.
Wie ich sehe, fühlst du dich schon wie zu Hause. Du bist hier immer willkommen, aber geh nicht in mein Bett.
Kätzchen. Was machst du hier, Lotti? Hier, Kätzchen. Lotti. Komm hierher.
I did what I could, but Lucy remained ill.
Oh, Luzi, alles in Ordnung? Kurt! Oh, Luzi, alles in Ordnung? Kurt! Oh.
I wish I knew how to help my little girl. I came home to see my wife and my daughter, to spend time with my family, and yet none of us spoke. I thought I could come home from the war. I thought I could leave it behind. But I understand now, Katrin, and I'm sorry. I can never leave the war behind. The war follows me wherever I go.
Sure enough, I found myself on Kurt's doorstep. I didn't know how he'd react. It's one thing being friends with the enemy in a tunnel underground, but another being friends out in the open. I needn't have worried, though. Kurt and his family were kind to me. They took me in, gave me a bed to sleep in, cooked me meals. In return, I helped out on the farm and did what I could around the house. A few days later, Kurt took me to a nearby village. There were things his family needed. Lucy, his daughter, was sick. And Germany was struggling to feed itself by that time. Everyone was hungry.
So while Harry looked for food, I looked for medicine for Lucy. Hey!
Kurt, ich habe Klaus das von seinem Bruder erzählt. War das richtig? Jetzt ist er völlig verzweifelt. Gebrochen. Hätte ich nur nichts gesagt. Aber ich danke dir, Kurt, dass du uns die Wahrheit gesagt hast.
Hey, Kurt. Schön, dich zu sehen. Heute ist mein letzter Tag. Morgen muss ich zurück. Henriette hat mir von meinem Bruder erzählt. Unfassbar, dass er nicht mehr da ist. Jetzt mache ich mir nur noch Sorgen um meine Familie. Wir schaffen das doch, oder?
Moment, ich komme schon.
Ich kann nicht glauben, dass von meinem Sohn nur noch eine Uniform bleibt.
Alles kommt wieder in Ordnung.
Kurt, wie schön, dich wiederzusehen. Dieser Krieg. Nicht einfach, hm? Zumindest wurde Jonas anständig begraben. Dank dir, Kurt. Jonas hat uns vielleicht verlassen, aber deine Tochter ist noch bei uns. Diese Pflanze könnte helfen. Koch sie in Wasser, gib Luzi den Sud zu trinken. Entschuldige mich, Kurt. Ich möchte allein sein. Viel Glück, mein Freund.
Now I could take care of Lucy. I could work on my plan for Harry.
Kurt trusted me with one of his ration tickets, but people weren't too friendly.
Hey!
Eine Essensmarke? Wir haben noch ein Leib. Nur für Sie.
I finally found a loaf of bread. Food for Kurt's family. It was then Kurt showed me his plan. Seemed like he wanted to build a balloon. At the time, I had no idea why. A real hot air balloon. And he wanted my help.
Komm mit, Harry.
I sure hoped Kurt knew what he was doing.
Hey, was soll das denn werden?
Hey, Fremder. Was soll das mit dem Vogel?
Er kommt nie wieder. Er ist für immer fort. Du hast mir meinen Sohn geraubt, Mörder. Es gibt nichts, was du mir noch antun kannst.
The inn opened its doors to the public. I knew Kurt was looking for a barrel. This was good timing. But would they let me in? I was the enemy after all.
Mörder! Du hast hier nichts verloren. Raus hier!
Schön, dich wiederzusehen, Kurt. Ich hoffe, Luzi geht's besser. Erzähl mir doch mal von deiner Katze, Kurt. Es heißt, du hast sie im Niemandsland gefunden.
The innkeeper sure seemed good at talking, and Kurt gave him someone to talk to. The perfect distraction.
Bin ich froh, dass ich keine Familie habe. Meine Gäste sind meine Familie. Du bist wie mein Bruder, Kurt. Suchst du immer noch deinen Sohn, Kurt? Der Krieg kennt kein Mitleid, Kurt. Dem Krieg ist egal, wen er tötet. Ich hoffe, du findest deinen. Aber sei nicht so optimistisch. Ich habe das von deiner kleinen Luzi gehört, Kurt. Hoffentlich geht's ihr bald besser. Der Sohn eines Mannes in Dornheim war auch krank. Er hat sich komplett...
Was machst du hier? Raus hier!
Eins muss ich ihr lassen. Sie hat echt Glück. Hast du das vom Roten Baron gehört, Kurt? Eine echte Tragödie. Das heißt, er hätte Hunderte abgeschossen. Die Tommisch haben ihn angeblich mit militärischen Ehren bestattet. Gehört sich auch so. Suchst du immer noch deinen Sohn?
Remember, I had no idea what was going on. What use did Kurt have for a balloon? But whatever I said on the long walk home, Kurt's response was always the same. He pointed toward the sky.
So that is what happened, Katrin. I took these things from the village. I made a plan to help the man who I believed to be a hero. To repay my debt for the time he saved my life. And for the time he sent Allied intelligence to help me. I wanted to build a balloon for him. I wanted to send him home. To set him free.
German would kill me as soon as look at me. And I guess that's because of the stories I was told, you know? To folks back home, he would have been an evil Hun. But he was also a father. He was also a husband. And he was also my friend.
But I was too quick to trust the Canadian. Too quick to call him a friend. I see now how foolish I've been. I see now I was wrong.
But Kurt wanted to build a balloon, and I think he meant to build it for me.
Something was wrong. My daughter didn't normally call out like that. She didn't make a fuss.
At the time, I thought maybe there'd been an accident and he needed my help. It never occurred to me that I'd done anything wrong. It just never occurred to me.
Das ist er. Das ist er. Das ist mein Sohn. Und du hast dieses Bild gemacht. Du warst tot. Ist er tot? Du Mörder!
No! Oh! I was as surprised as Kurt. I didn't know who Max was. It's like the picture of his son triggered something in him. Flipped a switch. You could see it in his eyes. Before we knew it, he packed up early, went back to war, and took a bunch of my photos with him.
Germany is interested only in its final push on the Western Front. They believe they can take Paris. I've not come here for Paris. By chance, I've been reunited with Franz. I haven't seen him since Vimy. Franz is built for war. Cold and detached, he sees the Tommy as vermin. I never used to understand him, but I do now. He will be a valuable ally. He has agreed to help me find the man in the picture.
So that was it. Kurt left. Me? I resolved to build that balloon. I didn't know if I could do it without Kurt, but I knew I had to try. It was a long shot, but I didn't want to spend the rest of my life in Germany. And back home, there was Julia.